White rice or brown rice? Now this debate is going to go on probably a lot further than this video, but I want to clear some things up, because when we look at the health perspective and a lot of the health experts, they mention that brown rice literally is so much better than white rice. But when you look a little deeper, is that really the case? Okay, so first things first, they say that brown rice has a lower glycemic index. So basically what the GI is the rate of time it takes for food to get into your bloodstream essentially, and spike your insulin to degrees, and it's done on a measure of 100. Most brown rice is around 50, most white rice is around 63. So yeah, white rice does spike your blood sugar levels a little bit quicker. But the problem here is that your GI is done as if you were in a completely fasted state. So if you were to eat nothing at all for the day and then have a plate of rice, then it would make a difference. It is also done based on that food alone. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I know I personally can't remember the last time I had a whole plate of white or brown rice. So you add in foods, different fat contents, different proteins and things like that, and it kind of like blurs the actual GI index, so throws it out the window to a degree. And even then, when you look a little deeper into it, brown rice has a minute amount of extra fat than white rice, a tiny bit amount of more fiber. White rice has a tiny bit more carbs, depending again on the exact brand that you look at. Now, white rice essentially is just brown rice. However, the shell is kind of removed. Now, people will argue the fact that the shell is where a lot of the micronutrients will be. Now, micronutrients will be good for health, and taking that shell off could then push us in brown rice's favour. However, a lot of companies with white rice will then fortify with these micronutrients. And even if they didn't, it is arguable that there would be pretty much minimal, if any, effect on what people seem to look at. Weight loss, fat loss, muscle gain, strength and performance, things like this. The rest of your diet as well will usually take into account those micronutrients. So essentially, again, not much difference there. The digestibility is something that comes up a lot. Now, I want to point out here that same with gluten, wheat, dairy, anything like this, unless you have an issue, there shouldn't be an issue. But with brown rice, it seems to be that if people are going to have an issue with digesting rice, it seems that outer shell is what causes the issue, if there is an issue, okay? That's not to say there will be. So therefore, white rice seems to get digested a bit better, a little bit less bloat if people do have issues. And again, it's not going to be eaten on its own. So I think like the outcome of this video is that, is there a difference? Well, the media has created this massive storm to say brown rice is better. Now, most brown rice takes a lot longer to cook, and because of this big media frenzy, people have it in their heads that brown rice is better. And I know for one, a few years back, I used to lie to myself saying I preferred brown rice, but honestly, white rice tastes so much better, and I opt for that every single time now if I do have a choice. So it comes down to personal preference more than anything else. Is one going to be healthier than the other? Not necessarily. And that one food, is that going to be the be all end all of your diet? No. The whole diet is what needs to be taken into account. So if you honestly can tell yourself that you prefer the taste of brown rice, that's cool, have brown rice. And if you do like the taste of white rice, 100% cool, have white rice. There is not going to be practically any difference between the two.